This is the Rex for ours.
Yeah.
I read the story about kind of how then how that title came to be, and we don't have to get into anything. But what I was wondering, because I read there's some disagreement about certain records. Which records were they?
The 3 Led Zeppelins.
Okay.
So it was the first 3, or maybe the first 4 Led Zeppelins. Ben Harper, Both Sides of the Gun.
Okay.
The one that I remember the most was Pearl Jam.
He was gutted about this.
live at Melbourne Park.
Okay.
Which was a bootleg copy that
Very rare.
really rare bootleg dual LP, which was amazing. I'm still dirty about that one.
But so what? I don't know what year was this. The Pearl Jam?
96.
So it wasn't one where
98.
you were at.
No,
Okay.
no, I've never seen them live still. Last year when we were here, the rumour was they were going to be playing this year. But no, so we still haven't been able to see them live.
So you have to come back maybe next year.
Exactly. No, it's my dream is to be able to see Pearl Jam play.
Okay.
My dream is to be able to support Pearl Jam one day. Or just sit in a room and chill out with Eddie Vedder, or Mike McCready or anyone in Pearl Jam, really. But yeah, that was a big loss. A big loss.
But it's a funny song.
It's a funny song.
But so, was it difficult for you then putting these, and obviously you know what's going on in his life, so was it difficult to put this personal thing?
No, we talked about it a lot. Jack is a lot better at putting lyrics and stuff together than I am. So we talked a lot about what the story was, and I had this waltz idea that I wanted to go in, and then Jack and I talked about it, and Jack said, well, I like the idea, I don't care much for you, and I said, oh, that kind of works with what I'm trying to sing about with this whole breakup. And we went sort of through that, and then Jack sort of came back the next day and was like, hey, but from everything you said in that story, here's what I've got put together. So it was sort of good. It was even though it sounds like a very personal song, it was still a team effort. So
well, I think what we wanted to do with the song as well is when we talked about it, I didn't want to make it too personal. So if anybody listening to it, the person in question would be like, oh God, that's you know what I mean. Like,
sure.
So there's a lot of stuff in there that I've done. Like there's one of the verse, the last verse is
calling up when you're drunk, calling an ex when you're drunk. It's also. So I wanted to call the song "Phone Calls at 3 a.m."
So it doesn't count as much. Saying that you love me when you were drunk. I got your phone call at 3 a.m. I couldn't understand a word you said because you were just fucking out of it. And that was something that I've actually done. But this
we've
story,
all been.
Yeah, we've all done that. And so it was more the idea of a song about a breakup that's and a waltz is a waltz with two people, and it's often a lovely thing. So this is just a happy fuck you waltz, and this is the movement, and it's more of a kind of reflection on the thing that happens in relationships. Right. They break down, they break up, and during breakups, this is what happens.
It only needs to work once. Right. Every other relationship would never work. You only need to work once.
Fair enough. That's a good model to have. Yeah. But so you make the records for ours, and then this is part, I believe, of a trilogy.
That's right.
So what was the reasoning behind this?
We wrote too many songs.
Okay.
So we had two.
Really?
Yeah, there was 2 years in the making. We were making this record. And we ended up, we cut it down, and we only could get it down to about 18 songs, and we were like, oh, fuck, all right, what are we going to do here? We had all this live footage as well, and then someone had the idea and said, well, why don't we make like a trilogy? Why don't we release these as EPs instead of albums? And actually break them up, so like these ones work in this one, the next EP is sort of like more anthemic, and sort of release them over the space of like 9 months or a year. Yeah. And that way, we could actually put some live stuff into them,
Right.
So then we had these footage from the Ben Harper tour at the Opera House, and then we had the song Brother that we played at Paradiso, which was amazing, and then maybe on the next one hopefully we can get something from Big Pop. And
what's cool about that is that you can kind of put little like Easter eggs between, because they're all linked together. So like a little Easter egg in one that connects back to the other. The artwork is going to be similar to all three. So say you get the 3 vinyls, you can put them up on your wall and they look like a nice little, you know, a one piece of art.
Don't give too much away.
No, but I'm just, it's, you know, it's very cool. Someone's got to stop that door.
But so is there, in a sense, because I read this somewhere and I don't know if it's true because I listened to it, but the first one would be ballads, the second anthems, and the last one very bluesy. That's what I think. That's right.
I've done your research. I think you've only said that in one interview.
Yeah, so I think the third one. The second one is a lot of our anthemic kind of songs, I guess.
Oh, sorry. It's embarrassing.
Our anthem kind of, you know, the ones that start quiet, big middle, big ending, you know, the ones that we love to play live. I'm already playing some of those songs live. Well, that record's finished. The second one's done. We've got most of the songs for the third one. We've actually just decided to write more songs, and because it's coming out, we're like, okay, now we want to put that there. We'll save these ones for the next album.
Yeah.
And so now we've got some great blues ones. We're going to go in and so it's so the second one's already done. So we're already playing songs from the second EP and 1 or 2 songs from the third.
So in your mind, is there also then a narrative through all 3 of them? Yeah.
So the second one is the first one actually, except for one song, really tells the story of a breakup and the way you deal with it, and the good parts in a relationship. This as the ballads and stuff. The second song is more anthemic and can have themes of obviously of love, because that's what we like to write about, because it's folk music and we're like but then, you know, it's
Take a shot, take me out.
No, the second one. The second one's got some song
Amsterdam.
some stories about, you know, it's got Amsterdam in it, a story about it's
touring,
playing with my father's loaded gun, a child playing with a loaded gun that they don't realise how hard it's going to be, and that was what it was like touring music for us. We jumped right into music, all guns blazing. Oh my God, we're doing this.
We didn't realise.
We didn't realise, you know, if we keep saying yes to this tour, yes to that tour, always away, you can burn out.
Right.
And so it did at one point.
And you don't realise the power that you have. The power over, you can hurt people without knowing that you were doing that. And
right.
that's a sort of, it's like a child wielding something that has the power to hurt other people. It took us a while to sort of get used to that.
Not so much hurt other people, hurt ourselves, I think, was more like, you know, well, and what do you think?
Well, finally then, because I heard you mention Take a Shot, the song, and then, again, this is from the internet, so I don't know if it's true, but was it inspired by Trump?
It was inspired originally by politicians, by, who did we have?
Abbott.
Tony Abbott.
Sure.
But it wasn't finished then. And so then Abbott got out, a new politician got in, you know. And it was originally just about general politicians saying bullshit.
But as Trump sort of rose and rose, we thought we'd only be playing it till last November. But it became more important to actually sing about it. And then we thought, you know, he'd go away, the song had lived its life and would leave. And then he didn't.
And the main idea of Take a Shot is, you know, there's white middle class guys from Australia. We're privileged, and we're not the minorities that he's picking on to distract you from what's going on over here. And so we said, come on, take your shot at beat.
I'd like to see him have a go at, you know, middle class white guys
in America, you know, like, because that's his fan base, and it's not the.
He seems to have no problem doing it with anyone else, but take a shot at, you know. If you speak your mind so much, then you know.
For once, take a shot at rich people like you said you would, because he doesn't.
Sure.
Fuck weird.
But and then the final thing about this then, but in this day and age, and there's so much going on in the world, and the media, it's because of the media we're so aware of it. Is it kind of inevitable as songwriters that some of that seeps into the music?
Yeah. Once you do it for long enough, I think. You know, you can only write about a broken heart for so long.
I guess so. That's true. Yeah, I mean,
when someone like that comes in, we usually shy away from being political, but when it starts to get that far down the rabbit hole, then and we have a voice like we have, then it gets to a point where you're actually doing yourself and everyone else a disservice by not speaking about it.
Yeah, I mean, usually I love to have a political conversation privately,
Sure.
but I never wanted to stand on stage and preach. And then something like, you know, like this comes along and you're like, everybody's like, this is crazy, right? Like, we all know this, right? And, yeah, you kind of have to.
Fair enough. All right, guys, enjoy the festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.